Am I the a-hole for not being able to stand my fiancé's mentally challenged son? I never thought I'd be the person to write something like this, but I feel like I'm suffocating in my own home. I'm not here for validation. I genuinely need some perspective because I'm mentally and emotionally exhausted. Let me start with the background. My fiancé is a survivor of severe domestic violence. I'm talking about the kind that makes your stomach churn when you hear the details. Her ex nearly killed her before she managed to escape. What makes it even worse is the nature of the abuse. It wasn't just physical, it was reproductive. He intentionally got her pregnant multiple times as a way to control and trap her. By the time she got away, she had 4 children with him. When I met her, I admired her strength more than anything. I'd always wanted a big family, and when we started dating, I thought I'd found my person. She was funny, strong, compassionate, and had this quiet resilience that made being with her feel easy, despite her past. We've been together for 4 years now, and we're planning to get married this October. We even have a baby of our own together. And that's where the joy ends, because behind closed doors, things are far from what they seem. When I first met her youngest son, he was a quiet 1-year-old. I didn't think much of it at the time. Some babies are just more reserved, right? But by the time he turned 2, something shifted. He began rocking back and forth violently, stopped responding to his name, and seemed to slip further and further into himself. At 3, he was officially diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, ASD. Doctors told us that early intervention was key, that many autistic children improve with time and therapy, and that the toddler years are often the most challenging. We clung to that hope like it was gospel. But now he's 5, and the reality is things have only gotten worse. He spends nearly every waking hour moaning, loud, hollow, eerie sounds that fill the house like some kind of tortured spirit. It's relentless, the kind of sound that grates on your soul after a while. And if you try to stop or redirect him, he melts down. Not just crying, full-on, screaming fits where he thrashes on the floor like he's in agony. He screams so violently that I've developed hyperacusis, a condition that makes normal sounds painfully loud for me. I now wear earplugs most of the day, just to get through it. The house is in a constant state of destruction. Every room he enters ends up torn apart, books ripped, drawers emptied, furniture overturned. We had to start dressing him in backwards onesies, because if left unattended, he'll smear feces on the walls or eat it. He eats only one thing, spicy Doritos. Which means we're changing vile, watery diapers about 5 times a day. When he's really upset, he strips naked and hits himself in the crotch until he bruises. We've had to physically restrain him more than once to stop him from hurting himself. We can't go anywhere as a family. Not the park. Not a grocery store. Not even for a walk in the neighborhood. The other kids, her older 3, just stay in their rooms most of the time to avoid the chaos. And my daughter, our 2-year-old, I barely see her. My moments with her are fleeting because all our energy goes into managing the never-ending storm that is this child. And here's the most complicated part. His mother, my fiancé, is still in denial. She loves him, and I don't fault her for that. But anytime I show even the smallest sign of frustration, she lashes out at me. Tells me that if I'm so miserable, I should just leave. The thing is, we're all miserable. She's had 2 breakdowns herself and even admitted, on her worst days, that she thinks he might need to be placed in a care home. I always tell her, whatever you decide, I'll support you. But deep down, I'm terrified of being the person who encourages a mother to give up her child. I'm stuck in this weird purgatory of guilt, rage, sorrow, and resentment. It feels like her ex is still controlling her life, controlling our life, through this child who demands everything and gives back nothing. And yes, I know how awful that sounds. I know none of this is the boy's fault. He didn't ask to be born. He didn't choose to have autism. But the harsh truth is, his needs are so extreme that it feels like the rest of us don't get to have needs at all. I miss who I used to be. I miss the man who was excited to become a stepdad, who imagined big family dinners and camping trips, who thought love and patience could conquer anything. Now I feel like a shell of myself, constantly overstimulated, on edge, and grieving a life that doesn't exist. And still, I love my fiancé. I love the other kids. I love our baby. But I cannot keep living like this. I don't want to resent this boy. I don't want to resent her. But if something doesn't change, I don't know if I'll be around long enough to see what kind of parent I could be to my own child. So, am I the a-hole for feeling like I just can't do this anymore?